1. Let's watch game 1. Fnatic vs Rogue. まあ、ワンピック、そんなよく見れなかったけど、エブリンピックされてるの素晴らしいね。で、なんだっけ、エブリンピックされてるから、ルシャンミッドもあるし。まあ、ファナティックの構成全然悪くはないと思う。場所変わってる。Oh, first blood! すごいね。スカヒリさん。ヒルさん、勝つか負けるか、どっちかしら。なんか、イントとかキャリー。普通がない。その2つの構成しかない。
Just hovering around the bot lane for now, wants to make sure that Reckless and Helisan can push this wave in, but really good performance from Reckless and Hilly. I do think the Ashe Thresh is one of the strongest 2v2s you can get in the current meta, and Vanda ends up overstepping, and Helisan looks like he's showing up today in this 2 versus 2, and Fnatic already with a slight gold advantage towards the bot side of the map.
It's also a very big departure as Vander tries it again. A very big departure of what you normally see from Reckless and Hilly. Usually, this is about unlocking Hilly on roam-oriented champions and Reckless playing weak side. This time around, they are playing very strong side with the power duo of Ashe and Thresh.
Well, the cool thing about Hilly is he does the same thing pretty much every game. First back, level 3, level 4, he looks for a roam. He's already looking for the roam top as Rogue is looking to dive.
Inspire's going to try and turn on Selfmade, flash away. Inspire chases in with a flash of his own. Fins trading onto Whippo, as you said.
Okay.
His way up here. The Selfmade, the stun's going to land onto Selfmade as he tries to get away. Whippo going in with the disdain, but he's taken down first, and now they're going to turn their attention over to Selfmade. The Evelyn's going to have to try and get away. The hate spike raining hell upon Rogue.
お、すごいじゃん。お、ナイス。2-1交換。エブリン、強いと思う。ソロ級で見ると、やっぱり、なんか、めんどくさいじゃん。エブリンレベル6になったらガンクしやすいし、なんかいろんないいポイントある。
It's also the fact that, like you said, Whippo didn't really lose anything. So I think it's really just the amount of time.
ああ、バラバラになったか。
They're not focusing on the same targets. The CC goes down on Selfmade. Fens used to are forced to burn his flash to gap close.
バラバラになって、それでも、まあ、エブリンのダメージすごい。エブリンめっちゃダメージ出すキャラクターだね。なんか思ったよりダメージ出る。あともうちょっとレベル6じゃない？レベル6になったらもうエブリン本当にまあガンクとかピックとっても強い。まあ最初のダウン渡してもいいか。ウルが珍しい。最近全然見ないね。ウェッポのチャンピオンプール面白い。これでレベル6かな。あ、レベル6だ。おお、全然分かってない。お、終わりだ。ああ、ウルトミスった。エブリンとアーゴットのウルトかずってる。Yeah, I think Rogue is the favorites to win this game. ローグ勝つと思う、この試合。まあ、今、ファナリックとっても、まあ、ゴールド、2000ゴールドぐらい勝ってるけど、まあ、俺はファナリックの方が、ローグの方が強いと思う、メンバーとか見て。タワーブレイ取んないか。タワーブレイ取るけどゴールド入んない。俺だったらタワープレイト一つ落ちてほしかった。 やっぱり一応落ちたらゴールド入んないじゃん。でも今の状態だったら、まあブップをちょっとぐらい押して、そしたら、まあゴールド160ゴールドぐらい入るでしょ。
This should be the rogue reset up for Herald.
That's what it's going to be. 2,000 gold lead for Fnatic. They do have the Scuttle Crab inspired on his way up to try and help out Finn, but you have to think if Fnatic were to catch wind of this, they could do something about it. However, with Selfmade being on the bottom side of the map, might be a little bit trickier, and I think Rogue should get this one pretty easily, even though there's a ward. Fnatic going towards this bottom side. Actually, I love
最初ドラゴン取れた。次はリタヘラとか。いいじゃん。めっちゃいい感じ。
go for a dive under this tower, accepting you're going to lose quite a few plates, but then trying to pressure on the top side of the map.
One of the differences, though, is that Rogue are a team that traditionally give Hanzo obviously makes less sense this time around because he's not on a champion.
アゴッと下がんないとダメじゃない？そのピンクワードまだ削ってないのか。いや、危ない。ブエポ分かってるはず。
There were very few options there for Whipper to get at. I think that he thought he was safe walking through his half of the jungle, wasn't expecting the Rogue members there, and Rogue looking to secure themselves the first tower of the game.
I actually think it's just a huge mistake. Whippo should have expected them there. You saw that they weren't there bot lane. You know that they're probably going to rotate up for the Herald. He should have expected 4 members to be hunting for him, and Whippo should have just disengaged off that tower much earlier.
We do see the gold being given over to Hanzo.
まあ下がるしかないこの状態だったら。
Has actually equalized the gold with the Reckless in the bottom lane. Reckless, of course, unable to work through all of the tower plates in the same amount of time as it takes for the Herald to charge in. So we see Rogue trying to claw back some of this disadvantage. They're about 2,000 gold behind just a moment ago. Now back within 1,000, and we're getting up towards that 10-minute mark, which means that second dragon's going to spawn soon.
Yeah, Medic, this is what we call a sad top laner game, where top laners don't really get to play League of Legends. You'll notice that both top laners right now sitting at 60 CS at 10 minutes. Now, I'm not going to say that that was their fault, because it definitely wasn't, but a lot of action has happened towards the top side of the map.
Whippo missed one there.
Yeah, he did. That was his fault.
フナリックもそこまで勝ってのはないね。アーゴットはウェーブフリーズするの難しいから、まあ押すしかない。あ、押し始めた。いやー、それは危ないね。エブリンもいるし。お、リコールした。OK。ハンサム狙うしかない。絶対狙う。当たれる。強いな。W も必要なかった。ただ、フラッシュ Q、EQ かな。もうなんで、見てそれ。まだワード削ってないの？バカじゃないの？ What the fuck？ ボットどうでもいいよ。トップトップトップトップ。あ、なんでもいい。どうでもいいか。ルシアンと、あ、ルシアンの TV 止められたか。なるほど、ルシアンの TP 失敗したか。成功したからトップ見たかった。クラウドソウル。まあ、妙だね。そんなに。まあローグだったらそこまで悪くはないかな。クラウド。エビリンウルトない。What the fuck？ なんで？エビリンウルトない状態なんで戦いに行くの？そうやって。アーゴットのウルトも使ってある。お、当たった。お、ナイス。 レベル9になったから、もう W すごい。
But that was a really good chain CC coming out from Rogue, locking down Selfmade, preventing him the opportunity to use that ultimate. And notice that Inspired is actually caught up in experience now. Level 9 to level 9, they needed to slow that Evelyn down, and they've done a great job of doing that. But Fnatic still largely in control. They were able to get that kill onto Finn.
Oh, the arrow!
All about 2.5k gold up, and now they have the right set on Hansama. As you notice there, Frost, the arrow does not quite connect onto Hansama.
Okay, I'm a big Ashe player. I get very excited. Not so much about EU Ashe. Very excited about Reckless Ashe, however. So I'm just like, I'm all about these arrows and these times. What I was about to do, though, is really compliment Rogue. Outside of kind of running it down bottom that they did,
Okay.
They've been really good on their reset timers and making sure that they're kind of wasting a lot of Fnatic's like setup time. Because there's instances like what Reckless was trying to set up there, where you see Selfmade running towards
ルシャンミッドピックする理由わかんないな。
Evelyn combo as effectively, and that's because Rogue usually don't put themselves in danger. They very much are like, did we get what we want on the map? If not, just back. Now they're finding Nemesis.
Glacial Prison pops the culling, of course, was buffed on 10-16, but here comes Selfmade.
お、強っ。うわ、強っ。なんでもない。ごめんなさい。
You're welcome, Fnatic fans. I just single-handedly
俺が間違えた。ルシャンが強い。What the fuck? お、ヘロさん。さっきのウルト見た。What the fuck? What the fuck? さっきのフックうまかった。そのウルトもラグ？それしか考えない。おは？なんでフラッシュ
？Run to the tower, Larson.
Spike comes out, he dodges away. Whipper's going to take a lot of damage from the Sundisk, and the TP target is there for Rogue.
アーガートのやつはフラッシュする必要あった？なかったと思うけど。
Instead, just going to go for the Rift Herald. I do just want to mention, like, Fnatic have slowly been ticking over the kills, slowly been getting advantages in this game. They are 4,300 gold up at the 15-minute mark. Like, traditionally, they are 29 gold up at the 15-minute mark across the regular season. This is a very different look for Fnatic.
Listen, they're having a good game. They're playing a lot of hit and run League of Legends. You got Evelyn, you have no idea where she's gonna pop up. Reckless can be really safe. He's basically just like parked himself here in the mid lane, and obviously if they have
セナのソウルわかんないな。ダック。なんか教えてほしい。
We have fallen behind, we need to slow things down, we got great scaling, get Larson out into every free minion wave, and then just start funneling him into 2 to 3 items, and then we'll take our chance again.
So, I kind of want to come back to something that we three were talking about before this cast, which is, how do you deal with Larson, right? Because for those that don't know, Larson's statistically the best mid laner in the league. He was our second All-Pro, I believe, just behind Caps. You know, no shame, losing to Caps. But this man has had a fantastic split and has grown a lot as a player. And we questioned, how do they deal with him when it feels like there's such a big mid differential between Nemesis and Larson? Selfmade, Evelyn, that's how you deal with him. Because when G2 were able to take down Rogue, what?
5000ゴールドぐらい勝ってるからいいじゃない？フナティックだから、あと次のカード取れるから、カード取るまでいけるのかも。
And then just run away. So if you can just execute Larson in every single fight, I think that is going to be Selfmade's plan. And when we talk about the star, I think that it's fair to say that Selfmade based on the split you looked at Larson. And I think that this goes.
リコール止められた。最悪。
It's already going that way. And what I love is Selfmade going down this pure AP route as well. He's going Rabbit on second.
まあね、ギブしかない。これは、まあ、耐えれるしかなくない？これ見たことある気がする。アジルのウルト。まだ入んない。いらないか。なんかこういうシーン見たことある気がするな。デジャブ。本当にデジャブ。おー、ナイス。リタード使った。うん。 いい感じ。リコールしないと3番目のタワー取られる可能性あるから。
Rogue should be the clear favorites. They ended first at the end of the regular season. They beat Fnatic twice
ボー
during
ン
the regular season, but
トップタワーあんまりいい状態じゃないね。
You know, does Selfmade get to play Eve again after this? Like, will Rogue, like, how many iterations of this Fnatic do you have as you continue into the best of 5 series? And can Fnatic close on
that was
this?
going to be my
エッセンスリーバーナイス。
leads like this before
ブラックリーバーじゃなくてエッセンスリーバーよかった。なんかブラックリーバー組むエリスミドルシャン多すぎ。エッセンスリーバーでいいよ。のがいい気がする。
Maybe Fnatic will try to snowball a victory so that they don't need it, but that's why I'm still keeping my eyes on.
I just feel like right now Fnatic are playing better as individuals. Like, if you know Rogue are a great team, just never play them as a team. This is very much everyone's diving.
まだ5000ゴールドぐらい勝ってるからすごいね。ルシアンのゴールドとか CS 見たいな。まあ2個はアイテム2つまで作れてるから。
Drake run there, so there's no threat of the Soul or the Elder just yet, and the Baron just about to spawn in a single minute. So may get their chance to finally become that death ball.
セナ、ラピートファイアキャノンあった方がいいんじゃない？敵当たりやすいから。
The reason that we keep talking about Larson is this, you know, team fight god, his ability to carry on the Azir. He wins most of the games he plays on this champ. Like, he's won 9 of the 11 games he's played because when it comes to team fights, when it comes to positioning, when it comes to outputting the DPS, he is the man you can rely on. The question is, will he be given that opportunity in these fights versus Fnatic?
お、エブリンユニークエコー組んだ後デスキャップか。おおなんかおかしいと分かってる。あ、それバレるのか。そっかそっか、そうそうそう、バレるか、バレる。ルシアン結構 CS 勝ってるね。ミッド、ボットも、ミッドとボットめっちゃ勝ってる。
Sorry, I was because I thought Scryer's Bloom was the Ocean Soul one. That's why I was processing in my head, but it was it's the health one.
You couldn't see it. Venius and I were exchanging.
I was thinking, I was like,
okay, guys.
This is what we do.
I'll do it in color cast terms.
Yeah.
You see the little vision planted boy? Like when you hit that, you don't see the
the sight things. No, you're right. That's a great point, Medic. I like that. Thanks.
Everyone at home understood me. Thanks, guys.
I mean, so the downside for Rogue is Evelyn now runs faster.
That is true. That is true.
And I'm just saying, like, Evelyn was already scary. The fact that she can now run even faster. No, boy, no. Selfmade.
Bro, it's some cons.
エブリン探してる。おお、セジョニロケット買った。珍しいな。最近なんかタンクとかジャングルトップ最近なんかサポートのアイテム組んでるからそれがすごい素晴らしい。とっても強いからそういうキャラやるとき。
Here's the thing, as soon as that Drake pops, if you have multiple members of Fnatic pulling Rogue to them, Nemesis can actually just walk to the Drake and take it himself. In fact, I think that's what he's gonna do.
So I just want to highlight, if we can very quickly hover over Nemesis, what he's doing on the minimap is he will wait for his team to like push into one wave, and then he will try and sneak in behind teams as they then approach the wave to clear it out, so that he can catch stragglers as they go to get that last minute CS. And I think the Rogue is playing around it very patiently, very smartly, and they recognize we have to be super careful. Unless we're getting a full-on 5v5 team fight, we can't afford to just aimlessly walk out of our base like so many solo queue teams would and fall prey to this evidence.
And no one knows that better than
アウタータワー全部取れたからあとバロンだね。でまあそれかまあ5分ぐらい待ってクラウドソウル取るしかない。まあ、クラウドソウル取ってもタワー取りづらいね。バロンセットアップするしかないね。リンをしたら。
much farm as possible on
と早く取れると思うけど。
to gear up and find that big 5v5. That is Rogue's next move.
And even if you're trying to funnel
あ、ウェーブフリーズしてる。
few minutes, you can see Nemesis, Reckless both have more CS than him.
おお、いいね。これいい。ヨーロッパ好きな理由はこういうことやってくれるから。ああ、危ね。
It's not only self-made you have to worry about. You have to worry about these unchecked AD carries just shredding through your front line.
Right now, Fnatic's fetting up around the Baron. The ultimate going to be used from Hansama. Fnatic actually looking for a pick. I think one of the biggest things that Rogue have been put behind on is actually the center stacks. Hansama's only at 39 stacks right now.
もうチェックする機会ないから。てなウルトも使ったし、ほう、早っ。微妙。Oh my god。エブリン、まだウルトも使ってない。あ、これ GG だね。これはファナリック勝った。エブリン強いね。まだ、このキャラ強い。お。かない。これでミッドして GG じゃない？ガードソウル必要？必要ないと思うけど。まあミッドインヒビター取ってその後はボットじゃない？うん。
You saw what self-made is able to do to this Azir. The moment he was in range, he just one-shot him, absolutely obliterated, and of that, it was a one-team fight for Fnatic.
Rogue have one last chance, one last fight. You have to think in 2 minutes around that cloud.
あ、ベケレズも組んである。いいじゃん。いい感じ。
He does do a lot of damage on this Azir, but once again you have to look at the other side of the coin and you have 2 Infinity Edges complete. You've got a Rabadon's and the jungle item on self-made. He's building up towards his next item. Like, it's no longer just a single carry threat for Fnatic, and with a 9,000 gold lead.
お、すごいこのカメラ。悲しいな。エブリン強っ。
With a minute on the clock, they can look to end the game right here, right now. 3v5 in favor of Fnatic. The culling goes wide, but Rogue are forced away from their Nexus towers. And in 25 minutes, Fnatic are looking to close this one out. Finn dives onto the back line, but he is done for. Inspired, pulled back into the jaws of death.
これ GG だね。OK, next game. ローグ、の構成ちょっと。まあエブリンが強すぎてタンクやり方だしとか結構上手だった、うまかった。うまかった。